thing, this topic that I wanted to see if we could talk about is you know, when we look at Rihanna, she has
Hmm.
sold the second number of albums. So when they talk albums, they're talking about records. So they include singles, streams, and albums.
Right.
Almost more than 300. Beyonce has sold collectively over 118,000 million. That's
Hmm.
including late singles and albums and everything.
Right.
Rihanna has the second most number ones on the Billboard charts, and I don't Beyonce, even with Destiny's Child included, is not on that top 10. So when you think about a versus between Rihanna, because we think they're around the same age, the same type of um, you know the same type of bracket and stuff, who would you think would win, Rihanna against Beyonce?
Oh, that's easy. Rihanna.
Okay,
Rihanna. I mean, I don't have to think about that. But what? How much did you say that Rihanna sold
300
albums wise?
million, 300
Three
million.
hundred million.
So they
Okay,
include the
that's
singles. So
rather me.
she sold a lot more singles because
Yeah. Okay.
she's got
Yeah. But
the
she's had
second.
more hits. I mean, if you really look at it, put it on somebody get out a pen and paper, and write down the hits. I could just keep going on for days because beyond. I mean, Rihanna. She's also had hits with outside of her songs, she's done hooks on like T.I.'s records. She's
Hmm.
done hooks on Kanye West, and they could include that too. I mean, she's a big
Yeah,
part of
yeah,
those hits.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you literally played a versus battle and just played the hit songs,
Mm.
a lot of Rihanna's songs, she just has more hits and they still are relevant. They still resonate today. Whereas, some of the hits that Beyonce had, to me, I mean, they were cute for that time period,
Mm.
like Jumpin' or Bugaboo or whatever. Those songs
It was the
you don't
Destiny's
listen to
Child
that
ones,
today.
though.
But yeah, I mean, but she's going to use that though, because she doesn't have
Dum,
enough
dum,
as a
dum,
solo
dum.
artist, and she has every right to use that. I mean, if Rihanna can use um, Live Your Life Ti, she should be able to use
Yeah,
Destiny
living
Child.
my
Because
life.
whenever they do the versus battles, they bring in outside stuff. They don't just stick with their discography. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that it'll be a massacre for Beyonce. Sorry, y'all. I know y'all mad at me. That's all
But
right. Stay mad.
they do if they're doing a live performance though,
Shout out
and
to Matthew Knowles. Hey,
if they're
I was
doing a
playing.
live performance and Beyonce is able to bring her posse of dancers, you think she can take one over Rihanna
Oh, say that again. I'm
on
sorry.
stage? If Beyonce brings her posse of dancers
Oh,
for
performance wise.
performance wise, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, no, no. I don't know if Rihanna want that kind of massacre. No, she don't. No, she don't. Now that's where Beyonce's gonna always win out, is that performance, because she's gonna kill it. She's gonna just completely upstage whoever she's performing up against, and she'll even if the song is corny and outdated and played out, she's gonna make you love it again. She's gonna make you love Bugaboo again just because of the way she performed it. But like I said, I love both artists. I really do like Beyonce. I know it seems like I'm always, we're always on the, I don't want to say Beyonce hate train. It's not a hate train. It's just being real.
Yeah.
Beyonce, is a little overrated in my opinion in certain areas. I think that, we have to be fair. And I feel like Rihanna has earned her spot. She has, you said what, 16 number ones or something.
Yeah, I don't know
So
the number. She's number
yeah,
second after
yeah,
Madonna, but then she's
Madonna.
also in the top 10 of across genders when it comes to most number
Can't
ones
argue with
and stuff.
that. And then
Yeah.
she's still viable where people are still, she hasn't had an album out since 2014, which
Wow.
I think she's probably waiting out her record deal. She wants it to, that contract to end. I don't know. That could be it. Now I could be wrong. But no, she hasn't put out an album since 2014, and people are still every day. I'm going on her Instagram or Twitter, and people are like, where's the album? Where people are ready for that album. And it's interesting because Rihanna was one of those artists that would drop an album every year to keep your attention and keep your interest. It used to be back in the 80s and 90s, artists would put out an album, and then 2 3 years later they'll put out their next album, and then there'll be
Mm,
another 2 or 3 year span between albums.
mm.
Whereas in the early 2000s, a lot of them were just dropping albums back to back, back to back.
Yeah, but Fendi took over where she's making most of her money from her clothing and her
Yes.
her line, and So yeah, so I think that's probably why she hadn't come out with a new album. But
Yeah,
then timing
she
wise,
also has a little business. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if she has a 360 where somebody's sharing in it. I don't know, but it's great to see her doing other things. And she also starred in, a couple of movies. She's been doing
Mm,
movies. She, was in the thing with Childish Gambino. He had like a little, independent movie for Amazon. So I mean, she's done things to keep herself visual. It's just music on a musical forefront. She's been kind of quiet, but there's a silent anticipation for her next album. I don't know that I've heard that same anticipation or felt that same anticipation from Beyonce. And what's interesting, we act like everything Beyonce's touches went, just been a Midas touch, has been gold, whatever. But she's had a couple of flops in her career. She, if we remember that album, the Four album was considered a flop. And then she also did a joint album with her husband, Jay-Z,
mm,
Everything Is Love, and that only went gold, which compared to her other, the performance of her other albums, that's a
mm.
flop. So we don't really pay attention to that because, they move on to other things, real quick. But, not that I'm not hating on Beyonce, I'm just stating the fact. So, um, but I love Beyonce. I love Rihanna. I can't wait to, both of them come back. So,
Yeah,
I would love to see what they have to go in this climate of music, see what they present, you
it'd be
know.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it'd be
So
interesting.
let
Yeah, guys. Yeah, yeah. As almost says, let us know what your thoughts are. I mean, I think Single Ladies and
mm,
Sweet Dreams. I think Beyonce may just have just enough, but it'd be interesting to see what you guys think. If Beyonce was up against Rihanna, who you think would win a versus battle. Um, Live performance, but not going too crazy with the dance move. We've seen
I
some
mean, if
of
they
her
had to,
shows.
they could perform, but they have to both sit down so it's equal. Like y'all both
Yeah,
have to sing from the
yeah,
chair. Y'all can't get up,
yeah.
and then that make it an equal playing field.
Well,
But guys, let us know
put
what you
some
think.
trainers on Beyonce. She doesn't. Yeah, she can dance with heels, but try her dance with trainers. Yeah.
All right. See you
Okay.
next time.
All right. Thanks again for watching, guys.
And before we go, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
Yeah, and also remember to turn on the notification so you can know when we have another show. But thanks again.
That too.
All right.